Hey you, I'm so glad you're here today. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to select your bullet journal for your lunar bullet journal and spiritual bujo. So let's get into this. So there are a couple of different types of journals that you can choose when it comes to bullet journaling. This is mine. Mine is actually a combination of what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So the different types that you can choose are gridded dot journals, blank journals, and lined journals. For the gridded dot journals, there's the Leuchtturm. I've also seen a new journal by TUL, that's TUL, that has awesome pens and pencils. They're my favorite in the entire world. Like, that is my go-to utensil. They have a new notebook that has little discs that you can remove that hold in the loose leaf paper, so you can rearrange your paper and tear things out, and you won't have to worry about messing pages up like how you would with a bound journal. You can also choose a sketchbook or some type of blank journal. The benefit to this is that you're going to be able to pick out the weight of the paper that you use in your bullet journal, especially if you go with a sketchbook. You can also choose a regular lined journal that you can find anywhere. You can buy them online, you can find them at almost any store. One of my most favorite places to go and look for journals and try to not buy journals, really, that's the reality, is me trying to hold back from buying all the journals, is Barnes & Noble. Any bookstore like this is going to have amazing, cute, decorative journals just filling their shelves amongst the other books. I always have to hold back from buying a journal and buying new pens while I'm there, but every time I go to Barnes & Noble, I always have to go at least look. Just check out the journal section and then sort of be pulled back, just like slowly pulled back from that section, which is, it's hard not to buy a journal every time I go there, because I absolutely love their journals. Some things you want to consider when you're picking out your first bullet journal, or maybe you're going on to your next bullet journal, are the size and color. Will this journal actually fit in the bag or purse that you carry with you around all day? You're going to want to consider the type of writing utensils that you love writing with, or that you want to write with or color with. You're also going to want to consider the type of journaling that you're going to be doing. You could do a basic pen and ink, and if you go with the collage method, you're going to want to also consider all of the supplies that you're going to be needing with the choice of this method. You're going to want to think about glue sticks, brush on glue, scissors, types of tape like tape dots or double-sided tape. You're going to want to think about where you're going to be finding your collage pieces. There's a whole bunch of things that go into the supplies of a collage. And something that most people don't think about, but I actually think is most important, is how are you going to archive your journal? Are you just going to put it on a shelf, or are you going to digitize your journal at the end of the year? The next thing that you're going to want to consider is the binding and the setup of your journal. In terms of binding, you have a couple of choices. You can go with a spiral, you can go with loose leaf paper, you can do a bound book. Those are the three main choices when it comes to binding, but there are a lot more choices out there. In terms of setup, the most popular setups are just a singular book for your bullet journal, or you can do a traveler's setup. Another important thing to consider when it comes to selecting your bullet journal is how much time do you actually want to devote to bullet journaling? Are you going to use it throughout the day, all day long? Are you going to check in with it only in the morning and in the evening? Is it going to be your daily planner? Are you only going to check in with it once a week or once a month? Based on how often you want to use it, that will help you select the type of journal that you're going to be going for when it comes to your bullet journal. And finally, you can get to the fun stuff, which is selecting your theme. I'm not going to get into that today because there are tons and tons of resources out there. We've got Pinterest and Instagram and other YouTube videos that have amazing layouts and themes for your bullet journal. So in addition to talking about that Doxy scanner and showing you how I digitally archive my journals, I'm going to be talking about my favorite supplies, which is pens and erasers and pencils and markers and all sorts of really great office supplies that I love for bullet journaling. And then I'm going to be giving you a tour of my lunar and spiritual bullet journal for next year, and I'll show you all of my life trackers. I'll show you my spiritual setup and my lunar bullet journal setup. It's just going to be chock full of so much spiritual tracking goodness, and I actually can't wait for next year to have like a whole setup like this that includes life trackers and spirituality trackers all in one place. I think it's going to be really great for my spiritual practice to be able to meld the two together in a representation like this with this journal. So stick around and subscribe so you don't miss anything. And I'm so grateful that you actually chose to spend your time here with me today. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in here real quick and tell you about the blog post that I completely forgot to mention in the video. If you want to see some more info and some more pictures on the bullet journals that I was talking about in the video, check the link in the description down below. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!